All right, I think we are live. Can we confirm? So we are here with Noxus versus Bilgewater. This is going to be their first matchup of the season, also the last one of the regular season. Bilgewater is currently undefeated, and we'll see if they can continue that streak this week. If not, next week, Bando City is going to break it. You know, that's just how it is.
Okay, I'm here.
Oh, well, I have started the stream since I didn't know you were gone.
Awesome.
I just started it, so here we are.
Awesome.
Let me make the announcement. But yeah, what's your take on the team so far?
Um, I mean, based on record and overall, Bilgewater should have the advantage here. Um, Not too much of a big meta shakeup, so I don't really think that with the latest patch, I think we're gonna see a lot of the same type of picks. I want to see. I feel like there is room for something different to be done by Noxus by both teams. Um, for sure. Maybe we'll see some change up in which players go where. Both teams have a little bit of flexibility in that department.
Yeah, it looks like the draft link is up. We're just waiting on Noxus
Yeah.
to confirm if they're ready.
Yep.
Just for record, it's going to be the Wand Flame Cast Edition. I will be
So.
flaming everyone. No one is safe. For example, Milton Fudge Cow just said, "Who plays Boost Bash in their Super Bowl?" Don't you mean who the fuck is playing the Super Bowl during Boost Bash? Get it together.
True. True.
All right, looks like they're ready.
All right. Here we go.
You have the link up.
Yeah, I have the link up myself. Yeah.
It looks like they're using the the
They're
draft
using
link.
Pro Draft. You're
Yeah,
using Pro Draft.
I
Yeah.
remember week one I sent this link and I got shit on, and yet here we are. How to turn
Dude,
tables.
we used this. We used this in Boost Bash 5 when I last played.
Yeah.
So yeah, but most of the times we switched over to the other site.
Well,
But
I
looks
just
like
remember when I posted this link against Bilgewater, they shit on me for it. All right, that's just all I have to say. I was
and
shit on,
and
and yet,
Bilgewater is the team who posted this link.
yeah, just another knock against them. I don't want to see them
Yeah.
succeed.
Yeah,
All right, so I guess any minute now they will start.
definitely.
All right, it looks like it has started.
Oh, all right, bands are coming in.
All right, let me swap the screen over.
Hmm. A Cassidon ban. Oh man, we don't even get to see the champion pictures. We just
Yeah,
get to see the name of the champion pick
we do not.
of the band. Maokai was banned.
I need to make my source work on this because it's not picking it up right now. But if you want, in the meantime, just say what you're seeing.
Zed banned for Noxus, so they're targeting targeting Apotheosis's pool a little bit here. A lot of junglers banned away on Bilgewater side, banning the Maokai, banning the Zac, the two best picks there, banning the Zillion as well. Um, a ban at Sor- a ban against Cam, and then Darius banned against Nazgul. So bans are completed, and now we'll see what Noxus's first pick is. With all these junglers gone, I wouldn't be surprised to see some jungle prio between these two teams at this point. Um, maybe we'll see a jungle Malzahar
Oh, true.
from Andrew.
I hate
Maybe we'll see
bananas
it.
has been playing Jungle Malzahar. He
Yeah,
has
and
been getting flame for it as well. And you know what? The flame's not gonna stop tonight if he does pick it.
there's a Mumu, and the Mumu gets picked for Noxus. I would guess that's going. See, I would guess that's going jungle for Clouds. Um, So there's the Malzahar pick for Bilgewater. So I guess it's probably a Malzahar.
Oh
I mean,
man.
I mean, Tay could technically take it, but this is going jungle.
No, they want
This
to do this.
this is Andrew saying we are playing Malzahar jungle.
Yep.
Let's see how the rest of the comp gets built around this.
I hate bananas
This
is no
this
longer
pick.
trolling game 2s. He's now trolling game 1. Also,
Well,
for the record,
their comp last week in game 1 was pretty troll. In the Nyla, all right.
Oh yeah, and they also lost that game. So really,
yeah.
We'll see if that happens again this time around.
Bug. Oh, that's Varus. Okay, so they picked Varus. Nyla is Varus.
It looks like the link that Bilgewater sent is pretty shitty after all. Who does that? Who sent this?
Yeah.
Link? Who does pro draft? Come on, guys, keep it up.
Yeah.
Oh, and apparently Noxus picked Lulu, not Janna. So this.
Yeah. So this I don't know how this is working, but okay. So we have Nyla equals Varus, Janna equals Lulu, and that's a Sivir. So Sivir, Lulu, and a Mumu.
It's actually Sivir.
Sivir equals Trist.
No, Sivir's actually Tristana. Wow, none of these.
Oh no.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
There is talk about redoing it in the draft for the actual client.
Yeah. They would have to keep current picks. Up to Lulu? Well, they picked Shaco. I don't know what Shaco's supposed to be.
Alright, so they're going to keep the same band and the same picks, but instead of Janna, it's Lulu, and instead of Nyla, it's Varus, and I guess...
Yeah, and then Sivir is Tristana, and then I guess they have a free third pick. They just decided they're going to go with a different setup for this. So we're going to discard this link.
Mikoto's asking why they're using it. I'll tell you why. It's a Bilgewater moment. That's why. They did this to themselves. Alright, let me swap it back to the client, because it seems like we are just going to proceed.
Yeah. I think we're just going to do client drafting now, which is absolutely fine.
Yep. Usually we don't do this because not everyone has all the champions, but I think people rearrange themselves to where that wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, I believe so as well. So these bands in the client are going to be real bands and not teams spelling out body parts.
Well, it could be spelling out like ZKK. It could be,
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. True.
All right, so these bands are real. These picks are real. Everything here is finalized.
Yes, that's a Mumu. That is Malzahar. And this will be a Varus. And then we'll see a Tristana Lulu here.
Yep.
For a Noxus. And then from there, it gets to be actual picks. So this is a mid Tristana, I would believe, for Jord here.
Ooh, that's a good point. I forgot that Jord plays.
Yeah, so I'm curious what these last picks are going to be. So they're going to pick they should pick... Okay, well, they're just going to pick them in separate... Okay, they're not... We're going to pick them in the correct order. So we're going to pick Lulu first, and then Tristana.
I wonder if the Shaco pick was real, or if that was just...
I think they just picked... I think they just picked it, but because at that point we had already decided the client draft, almost. So... It's a Rakan. So the Rakan gets locked in.
All right, now Rakan is technically the first new pick we've seen since draft started.
Yeah.
What new bands we have?
Okay.
Anivia
ban. That's a weird ban to ban Anivia when I would be pretty sure that that's a mid Tristana. But I guess you can't be too careful. They could always flex down bot lane. I'm sure Jackie would know how to play Tristana.
Yep. Also, Colossal Cloud does play Anivia, and so does George. So.
Oh yeah, you're right. They could flex it down there. They still have some other picks. Annie banned. Annie is pretty broken right now. So just banning out the broken champion.
I was
Just a note for everybody. Aurelian Soul is disabled for us. We're not allowed to pick Aurelian Soul until the championship week. So that was the official ruling handed down, which I respect. I think that's a good thing. And then last ban is Syndra with no seeming mid laner picked because that's going jungle Malzahar. Um, Getting rid of another very good pick that has shown up in the hands of a different player, Mariah Carey, but also I know that Tay is quite good on that champion, so don't want to let him have that. Hovering in Alistar.
I'm
Very likely
wondering.
not the pick.
Okay.
Hovering the Nunu, but gonna pick the Alawi for the top lane. An Alawi top that gives Nazgul quite the
Counter.
pick of the litter, and he opts for the Yorick.
So I don't know much about the top lane matchup between Yorick and Alawi, but I will say King Nazgul and Yorick completely wrecked us last week. And
Yeah, I will build some intel on that. So I think it's good. It's good for the it's really good for the Yorick. Like at least lane wise. But I mean it's not a guaranteed allow. It's not guaranteed to be Alawi like top technically, but I would guess it's going top for Sammy. Um, which is interesting. Sammy had a lot of success on like Karma last week on the Karma top, so I'm surprised to not see that. And it's going to be a Lux final pick, so that Lux is going mid.
yeah, it seems like
And that
the
and
Varus
yeah, and the
Rakan
Alawi
bottom,
and
Lux mid,
yeah,
Malzahar
that was a
jungle,
hard jungle.
just
Yeah, and
like
Alawi.
we thought.
Yeah, so that's so Clouds is taking Ziggs
I wonder if Cloud is
in the
going
mid.
AD carry or if he's going mid with Zig. Because technically Tristana could be mid as well.
Yeah, with Maronizer playing Tristana, I think it's going to be a Trist bot lane. And I think this is a Ziggs mid. I would guess. And especially because Jordan is taking the Amumu into the jungle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would guess that's the case.
Have we seen this team do these positions before? It seems like a role swap. I don't know. I think Cloud has
Um,
been jungle for most of the tournament, right?
yeah, Klaus has been playing it for the most part. They banned his champions. They banned a lot of his champions out with the Zac and Maokai have been two of his biggest picks.
Well, he also picked Gragas quite a few times.
Yeah, Gragas as well, but that didn't seem to work out super well. So they've opted to put Jordan in the jungle there. What surprises me a little bit is that no one put priority on Jarvan after his with post buffs to Jarvan, that no one's opting to play him, and the other team is very immobile. Obviously, that Amumu pick showed early means that they had to keep it with the Tristana Lulu. But like just in general, even the other team, just valuing their Malzahar pick instead of because I feel like with Jarvan you just get such utility with these fights, especially if you have even someone on your team who can play Orianna. Like that type of combo is really strong, especially in organized play.
Well,
But
if you want to talk about utility, no one brings more utility than Malzahar jungle. You know, you come out, you press the R button, and bam,
yeah,
utility.
pure utility.
Also, a silence, more
Yep.
utility. For the record, I think Red Side has a lot of pick potential with Lux, Rakan,
Oh
Ziggs,
yeah,
Malzahar.
definitely.
So, Blue Side need
Yeah,
to make sure they're aware of where they are because one good
yeah,
pick and then it's game changer. But I do think
yeah.
that Blue Side is probably a better looking team comp.
Hmm.
They have pretty decent peel
Hmm.
from Lulu, good team fighting with a Mumu, and I
Yeah,
think York is probably just gonna be a split pusher monster the whole game.
yeah.
Just a matter of if their lanes are gonna fall behind early on or
Hmm.
not. And for the record, I
Yeah.
100% want Malzahar jungle to succeed. I'm looking forward to it. I did see Andrew play a little bit of
Yeah,
it a couple
yeah.
days
I've
ago.
seen him play it. Yeah, he's good with it. Like overall the champion doesn't have a great win rate, but he has a pretty damn good win rate on it himself. So it's definitely something that like this isn't. I wouldn't call this a troll pick. I would just say it's off meta, like for what you'd be used to. but I am excited to see how this whole thing plays out.
I wouldn't be so quick to call it a not troll, to not be a troll pick. Let me look at his match history real quick, and we'll determine if it's a troll pick or not.
Yeah, look at his OPGG.
All right, he has a 33% win rate in the last 20 games with Malzahar, 3 wins and 6 losses with a 2.23 KDA.
That's a little.
Uh,
It's a little stubbornness. He said he had like a 70% win rate on it at one point, so
at one point,
maybe.
what,
But maybe,
like
maybe the last day or so, it's been not as good.
He had a 70% win rate against bots, probably.
The KDA is pretty good though. Honestly, they have obviously, if you're 3-6 and still holding like a 2+ KDA, it can't be. It's not doing too bad.
I gotta look deeper. All right, let's see.
All right.
If he had a good KDA and someone else did really well on the team, that could be a factor.
I'm guessing. I've seen some games where his teams have been like Omega trolling him. So
it's all good. What really matters is his performance on the Rift right now.
True. Yeah, that's all that matters. You're right.
So I'm loading into the game. I'm gonna swap the screen over to that.
Yeah.
So
no, I say it's interesting. I think I know that they've done Modernizer ADC and Jackie as support, but I have yet to watch the game of it personally, so I'm curious to see how this goes. Yeah, got a lot of see if anybody goes for any invades or if they just kind of 5-point this. There isn't a whole lot. I don't think either team has too good of an invade. Although with Rakan and Lux, if Lux wants to start Q, you can catch somebody out that way. Alright, to get everybody put in line on my screen.
Oh, okay. I got everyone in line. I got to zoom out. Looks like we're going with a standard 5-point.
Yeah, standard 5-point for both teams. They've spotted the ward, but there's nobody with a sweeper, so we're not going to see that. We saw a back from the Malzahar to pick up a sweeper himself, and he'll make it to the buff with plenty of time. Looks like opposite side starts for the junglers. So, there was a pause that I missed. Apparently.
Yeah, it seems like the client is slightly broken. I got it fixed. All right, cool.
Gotcha.
Abuse a pause.
Oh yeah, it was a small pause, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty short.
Okay.
All right, looks like jungle minions are gonna be spawning soon.
Yeah. Oh, there was a black screen.
Alright, it looks like Sammy is set up early in the top lane with some tentacles. Maybe hoping for an early... we have a corrupting pot on her as well.
Yeah, that pick is interesting, for sure. Because it is one of Nazgul's better picks himself. It's also one of his, like, 3 or 4 most played champions is Alawi, so... he knows the champion inside out. He knows this matchup. I would definitely guess he's had experience with this matchup before, so...
Yeah, and also Spicecore, aka Sammy, is a Lalawi fan herself. She played it a lot, especially when she was in Hextech. But she's playing it a lot mid, from what I remember.
Yeah, it was a lot of Alawi mid, yeah. Can definitely... I mean, I don't think it'll translate poorly in the top lane at all. So she has to be wary, and Nazgul's doing a good job of staying away from the tentacles to not take extra damage.
Yeah, but
although the constant Alawi W's is going to be a lot of damage early, but he'll be able to sustain through that. Oh man, the Alawi hit level 3 early, but the minions from there, I believe this should be First blood from Sammy, yeah.
Oh, yep. We got the first blood onto Spicesaur, Lawi.
Yep.
She's also pushing the wave in, but I think he's gonna be able to teleport back top and catch it.
Yeah, definitely should be able to teleport back. No ignites in top lane. Just gonna. I just think didn't expect the level 3 as early as it came. So sure from here on. I'm sure from here he'll be more cautious with it. Make sure that
it's not even just level 3. He was taking a lot of poke damage over time.
A lot of poke damage earlier.
Yeah.
Like it seems pretty okay. Like an even. Mumu. See, Mumu gonna try a wrap around here? No, just gonna get some vision set up. Both junglers going in to get some vision. Oh no, Malzahar's wrapping around on Abel in mid, but he's gonna be able to get out as the Ziggs pretty easily. Mumu is there for the counter though. Maybe we're gonna see Lux get.
Well, we are seeing King Nazgul come back in the top lane.
Nazgul gets a solo kill. Jord is in a bit of an awkward situation. Ziggs has no mana, can't really help, not really able to do much. But Jord is gonna take a ton of health off this Malzahar. Even the Lulu roamed up here. But not really much to do.
Ooh,
probably, I probably got spotted by that ward on top of it. But
even though Cloud didn't have any mana, he does have the auto passive, and oh wow, King Nazgul going straight back in it once again. This looks like he's winning.
Yeah, he's really taking advantage of that cage to keep the ghouls inside the cage with Alawi.
He was just giving her some false hope so he can come back and destroy her from a higher pedestal.
Yeah. 7 CS lead and equal on kills. Slight goal. They're even in goal at this point. Oh, that's gonna be a death. Very likely. Nope. Yorick's not gonna be able to stay in there because he'll be taking way too much damage. Alawi doesn't have flash to get in there to really do a lot. So the Yorick will be able to just walk away. Does have level 6, can summon the maiden when he gets back to lane.
If Sammy didn't land that E, I think she would have died there. But
yes,
I hold her on there.
Yeah.
Bot lane doing a pretty good job considering this is one of the role swaps that they had on this team, and looks like they're trying to push this in. Yeah,
the Lulu just keeps this Tristana so safe. Yeah. The ability to polymorph the Rakan going in.
Also, I don't know how scared they are of Malzahar jungle. Maybe.
No. Malzahar jungle. Like Malzahar is still not level 6, and I'm pretty sure they'll have a good coincidence, but for when Jord hits 6 as to when the Malzahar should also hit 6, so then they can play a little bit more, with a little bit more respect from the lane. But just as long as they're keeping vision, and there's a ton of vision in bot side river for them to use, to make sure that Malzahar won't just surprise them. So yeah, it's pretty even early game, 500 gold lead. Most of that coming in CS leads from the mid and bot lanes.
Yeah, we have some good scraps in the top lane, and wow, direct the camera right back in the top lane. We'll see if anything else happens.
Yeah, just because there's no fighting going on, so direct the camera's just unsure of what to do. Jord did come bot lane, didn't hit any chains.
I'm glad he missed the second chain. That would have been really
threw a little feeler out there just to kind of scare him. I'm guessing he also was hoping to not hit anything there, especially because he's not level 6.
Yeah, I think he would have been under tower, and then that could easily have been.
And at that point, Rakan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at that point, Rakan just doesn't knock up, especially with Lulu, maybe not super positioned to hit a polymorph at a moment's notice from there. Jord is 6 now, so they do have to respect both. He's gonna be able to walk into the jungle, walk around, go for the gank. We're gonna see it.
We're gonna see it dive.
That's a dead cam. That's a successful dive.
That was beautiful. I really
like that. Tristana hit 6, so if something was to happen, he could always ult someone away if needed.
I saw an assistant needed ping on the Malzahar. I'm not sure if that was because the blue side spotted Malzahar or red team was begging Malzahar to come down.
Oh, I'm not sure, but we're gonna see the Malzahar gank the bot lane, but Lulu with the speed up and Marinizer with the jump. This shouldn't necessarily be successful. It looks like they're getting away successfully, and Tay is under pressure from this Amumu, and there you go. There's a kill there. Lulu can polymorph, and he has ultimate as well to use if necessary. No flash for the Lulu, and a heal burn from the Tristana in that fight.
Yeah.
But overall, they're just kind of still scrapping. Sirach getting some good damage on a Marinizer, but shouldn't really result in much. I don't know if they're trying to position for Drake, or if they're just both playing, just poking damage on each other. But nothing should really result from this. Rakan stopping the back of Lulu. Top lane still just kind of doing his thing. Oh, Nazgul very smartly knows they're all there. He actually goes and steals the red buff from Malzahar. So that's super smart and heads up play. Looks like Jord is taking Jord's on his red, and he'll be moving over towards blue buff. Meanwhile, the fighting is kind of just ceased between all the teams. A lot of back timers being done. I would imagine first Dragon is being considered by both teams.
Possibly, yeah, it is up. We saw Lux get pinched out there earlier. I'm not sure if that was because they were trying to move in for the bot lane gank, or if they're trying to maybe set up a Dragon. I actually missed it. My directive camera was off and didn't go back into action in time.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what happened there either, yeah. I also didn't see it. I would guess probably... I know that Lux got a little pinched between Amumu and Ziggs, which resulted in the death, but I'm not sure about anything else. Malzahar is in mid lane, but this Ziggs is playing super safe.
Yeah, so far we haven't seen Malzahar really make an impact, but we'll see if that changes now that Malzahar is sick. You see him in the mid lane. Oh, the flash ultimate, I think it's going to be a binding, and that's probably a dead Ziggs right there.
That is a dead Ziggs. That is a flash ultimate burn, or a flash ultimate used from the Malzahar into a full Lux combo.
Yep, that's the classic Malzahar gank. It involves flash.
Yeah, flash E ultimate. Yeah. Oh, Marinizer going in, but an instant cleanse burn, and there's 4 members coming bot lane. I don't know if he has a rocket jump out.
I don't think he does.
And Lulu doesn't have flash, so Lulu's gonna take the death. Oh, but the binding lands. Only Jackie dies from that situation, though.
I respected Jackie sacrificed herself so Marinizer could live.
Yep, definitely.
The whole team came down. That was a good roam by mid and jungle on Bilgewater.
Yeah.
That's the last time I'll compliment them this game. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Alright, so we're going to see if Ziggs can steal this. Oh, he ulted slightly too early, unless he just wants to get some good damage out. Amumu's top side, they're not going to be able to contest it.
Pingu, or sorry, oh no, Marinizer ate Sirach's ult into a death. You don't love to see that. That's a 2-0 Varus, and this looks like a lethality Varus this game. Coming out from Sirach.
Yeah, it was just 3-1 in Noxus' favor. Noxus, but that last couple of minutes have turned the favor into Bilgewater. They have a 500 gold lead.
Yeah, stopping the back there, I mean, Jackie's not really in any danger of dying. Nazgul... Nazgul is down in farm, but this could be a death here. Sammy misses the E, has to use ultimate, only has one thing, and a flash from the Yorick. I'm not sure if that was necessary. I think he still was going to get the kill.
I think it might have been necessary because she would have healed off of the tentacle.
Oh, you're right. Healed off of the hit. Yeah, you're right. That was a good... Yeah, that's good knowledge. That's good knowledge by Nazgul to know I cannot get hit by this. I do not want to see a heal.
The flash
Sammy has TP. Sammy can TP back to lane here as well if needed, but that's 3 plates for this Yorick. So, as much of a lead is coming in from other parts of the map, the Amumu is up in gold, and top lane is up in gold, but bot lane is still pretty even in gold. So overall it's a 900. It's a slight 1,000 gold lead for Noxus here, despite being down in Drakes. Oh, that's a good chain. That was huge. That's a dead Varus, and Marinizer gets the shutdown.
It looked kind of scary at first because it didn't seem like the bot lane was on the same page as the Mumu, but they were able to come in and clean it up without any severe consequences.
Yeah.
Oh, Nazgul is going right back at it again.
Yeah, forces the flash, and that's gonna be a death. That's a dead Alawi.
For sure.
Yep, and the ghouls pick up the kill. So everything's going Noxus's way on the map currently, and we're gonna see a second Rift Herald crash. Won't obviously kill the tower. We're gonna see blue buff go over.
No, that shield from
Jord got it. Jord did get it. No smite used.
Oh, we have the Malzahar.
Bananas is. Oh no, Andrew just goes top lane.
33% win rate Malzahar we heard so much of.
Oh man, he ran right into the grind, the meat grinder of the Yorick, and did not live. That is a level 12 Yorick. Holy cow.
Yep. Nazgul showing that it didn't matter if he got first blooded, he came back with a vengeance.
And he's charging his Rab Hydra up now. He's very, very strong. He's just sitting and waiting, and he has been spotted out by the ward. So no surprise attack. Good ward by Sammy.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah.
This is
he's gonna
the scariest top laner you don't want the enemy to have.
Yeah.
You can exert so much pressure on this on this map.
Definitely, and especially because he knows, like, you know, he knows how to pressure, how to create split push pressure, and how to play around the rest of his team with it. But hopefully hopefully he can kind of help direct his team with helping him to get the proper split push pressure needed, because there is gonna have to come a point where either Alawi's gonna have to just go and try and bunch with the team, or Alawi's just gonna be stuck in the side lane forever, matching an unmatchable Yorick. So we'll see how this plays out as we get into the mid game, as we get in kind of like middle late game of this one. But overall, I mean, it is overall very even. Besides the top lane, most of this gold lead is from the top lane. And it's slight gold, and then slight gold leads kind of everywhere else, favoring Noxus. But like, again, one catch can kind of change things though in this.
Yeah, and that's kind of what
game.
Bilgewater's team is.
Yeah, and this looks again like Nazgul is just going to be able to go in on Sammy and take a kill.
Once he puts you in that cage, you're done. And
yeah. Oh my gosh, that slam was big, but there's there's nothing else really there.
Oh, Jordan get a kick here on a Mumu.
He is running himself away. That is a death onto Maronizer, a really good ultimate use there. Oh, but Jord goes in, uses the ultimate. That should be everybody almost dying. K is dead.
Well, they don't have.
Actually, there's no Tristana. Cloud's not there either. I thought there was gonna be more damage coming in, but it ended up in Jord dying, and that kill going over to the Rakan. But but Nazgul here, trying to get onto the Malzahar, didn't have any ghouls to jump onto him. Would have been a kill if that had happened.
Yeah, the problem is when Jord went in, he got some good damage off, but after the initial burst from the Amumu, there was no follow-up damage. Tristana was already dead at that point.
Yeah, you're right.
Dig's ultimate, but he was too far away to contribute more.
Yeah.
But I think it was a good effort in return.
Yeah, Nazgul, oh my gosh, that's a dead Varus.
Yep.
This Yorick is a monster.
I hate it. He's just gonna destroy you with his little guys. It was unfortunate that Varus flashed there after, because he immediately died after.
Yeah.
Hate to see it.
So gold-wise, most of the people in this game have like 6,000 gold. Like Maronizer has about almost 7,000. This Yorick is not at 9,000 gold.
Oh my god.
Oh, great final spark from Tay. Secures the Drake. Didn't use smite.
That's the Danny Dan Lux ultimate right there if I've ever seen one. Wow, going in deep without the rest of the team behind them.
Yeah, and he did it without Curse of the Sad Mummy as well. We've seen a few times that happens. Maronizer's getting whittled down by the Malzahar, but will survive all the shielding from Lulu as well as the ultimate used.
Yeah, they do need a lead.
Oh, Jackie's gonna eat the ultimate. Nazgul's not really there to protect. It's not as much Cloud's not able to do that much damage. His ultimate did come through, but didn't do enough.
They got a Lulu in exchange for Malzahar jungle. Honestly, don't know which one is more important right now.
Oh well, actually, that's also a dead Tristana. Lux sniping from the jungle
Ooh.
with the max range on the final spark, able to get a kill. I mean, at this point in the game, Lux's ultimate's on a 20-second cooldown in my head, and so I'm like, she used it, but she'll have it in like
Yeah,
no
that's
time
probably accurate.
anyways. It doesn't matter. Like, yeah, Lux ulted the Drake and stole it, and then like less than a minute later, ulted the Tristana for a kill. Which heads up by Tay to get the objective plus that,
Yeah,
for sure.
Tay's final sparks have been on point.
Yeah, definitely.
So far it looks like the gold is still in Noxus' favor by roughly I can't do quick math 6,000.
6,000, yeah. And it's half of it is top lane.
Yeah, that's a
So
this
terrifying. Yeah, I mean, and now Jort has Curse of the Sad Mummy. They're gonna be able to take this Rift Herald without contest. It would be a disaster if they tried. Malzahar's in the bot side jungle farming his camps. He's gonna take blue buff here. Jort's gonna get his blue buff as well. Level 11 on the Malzahar at least, so lower cooldown on the ultimate, a little bit more effectiveness for it.
We see King Nazgul pretty deep in
Oh
the top
man,
five.
Tay's gonna get a kill. Tay almost got the kill there on Clouds, but unable to get the final auto, which I don't even know would have secured it, but maybe. They're starting to lean, the Rakan's leaning over towards that top lane, but there's not much contest that can be done. The Zig's just gonna throw his ultimate to clear as much of the wave as possible, get it pushing up towards red side.
Yeah, Noxus is trying to clear out the division in the top side jungle, leave some good room for Nazgul to do what he's doing now, keep pushing into that. It seems that they're able to spot out the ambush coming in from red side.
Varus using Yomu's Ghostblade is not going to be able to find enough distance, and we got a teleport in here from the Ziggs to take the tower. All right.
Yeah,
so really good use of split push pressure.
Yeah, something we haven't really talked about before is Tristana and Ziggs in the same team. Tristana is this power-taking monster, and Ziggs with the W can dash a bomb, can destroy towers pretty easily, as well as his passive. And of course, we have Yorick is split pushing it as well. So they have a lot of good objectives.
Yeah, Jordy here just way to get on that. The Malzahar gonna be forced to just use his ultimate on the Amumu. Not really what you want to see. Tristana is gonna be able to free fire. No, he's not. Tristana's got to run for her life.
No, it was a good attempt by Jordy.
Sorok's arrows misses Sammy everything that Sammy. Sammy couldn't get him quite in range. He misses against the Amumu. And here comes Yorick. I don't know how much this Yorick's going to be able to do. Does he know there's somebody there? Oh, that's a bonk. That is a one auto kill. Keep Apotheosis there. All right, so Sammy left.
Be very bad for...
Sammy forces flash. Sorok dies. Nazgul is legendary. Actually removes the spell again off of the Malzahar. That's a double. That's technically a triple, but
Nazgul showed up, hit everyone one time, and just kept it going.
Yeah, pretty much. He actually one bonked the Rakan. It took a few more overall for some of the other things. Just gonna use the Maiden to tank. That's fine. Unfortunately, has to wait for Maiden to come back off of respawn. He has no flash, but he'll be able to get out scot-free. He's being greedy here. He wants the inhibitor. He's just not gonna get it. Cam going in. The Rakan gets two hit. Oh my gosh! No ghouls to do damage.
But yeah, in that team fight earlier, Jordan had a great engage, but Edgar was able to counteract that engage with his W and ultimate, so Tristana wasn't really able to get that much damage off before he was kicked off. Or at least scared away from the fight.
Yeah, and a quick Baron take for Noxus. They are looking in the driver's seat, about 9,000 gold ahead at this point. I really like the look that they put this game. Marinizer playing very well from the AD carry role.
His minions aren't strong enough to take on Noxus.
No, they're not. This Yorick is just a menace. The game's completely over, but and this is really good for Noxus to get this Drake to obviously stop the constant Drakes coming in. I mean they're gonna get the kill here. The the Yorick just kind of ends up dying, but the shutdown goes onto Rakan.
Oh, I hope Edgar regrets that last auto there.
You really don't want to see that. But they did just take a bounty off. They just cut the lead by about 1,000 gold by just killing him off and taking a tower.
Yep, they cut the lead by 1,000
I'm
gold,
curious.
and now it's only, so what, 7,500?
This guy, there's still 2,000 standing. The Yorick still had 2,000 standing gold. Looks like we're gonna. Looks like he's doing
her best Nazgul impression, but she's not built like that right now. She can't.
Also
do that.
Also an impression of Nazgul in the last couple of minutes with him getting 3-man ganked to die.
As well, yeah.
Yeah, as Lawful Dogger Ben said in the chat, Nazgul got solo killed and took that shit personally.
As you should.
Yeah. But it's good. Like, I really like this. I really like the bot lane dynamic here with Jackie playing that Lulu, keeping Marinizer pretty safe. We got a Mikhail's Crucible and Shirelius for the teams for speed to get away and to engage and disengage if necessary.
Yeah.
George's got his demonic embrace, so you know he's doing a moo things, he's doing his damage. But this Yorick is at 3 items, and Clouds is getting towards his next item. I don't know exactly what it's gonna be. I'm guessing his next item is he's going Seraph's next, is what it looks like.
Yeah.
With the tier and the Kindle Gem.
I think Noxus could end this game very quickly if they're able to just win one team fight.
So Jordan able to smite that buff away. There was nothing in the pit for him to grab onto, so Q just kind of goes wide. But it was a good attempt to try and get over towards top lane. We're gonna see them sieging mid lane while the Yorick sieges top. I think you need to get the Ziggs over there. They're honestly just trying to deny this Malzahar anything, and that's really smart. This Malzahar is so far behind in this game. But Tay gets the blue. So, you know, all chat, thank you for leash from the Lux.
You love to see that.
I'm surprised that that he kind of just moved away from the buff very quickly. I mean, trying to give it away, but also really focused on that. Really focused on just zoning Malzahar away.
Yeah, I guess no one really thought about the Lux ultimate, because at that point, Malzahar can't smite it, but.
Yeah, and the only person you could technically smite it away if you see it, but I don't even know if smite was active. Yeah.
All
so
right. I want to see Noxus end game right here. Just have a good fight and then just.
Yeah, I'd like to see that as well. I don't know. George just needs one good engage. Goes wide on it. Doesn't get onto the Rakan. Really, I really think that you need to stop this Rakan from being able to go in. Is the main thing because you have the Ziggs ultimate that you can throw on top of an Amumu ultimate. Tristana can just play it from the outside and just play it kind of around everything.
It's kind of hard to stop the Rakan W ultimate engage. I think Tristana would have to either ult while he's in mid-air.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if Polymorph stops the W from Rakan. I'm not entirely sure.
I don't think it necessarily does. But I'm more saying if Amumu can stop the Rakan, just hit the Rakan with the Q, hit the ultimate off.
In the initial
kind of initiate if Rakan's gonna be close enough to his teammates where you're gonna be able to do that. But obviously, I think if you can get onto somebody like Lux, that's also really good. Yeah. Lux is just playing a screen away from everybody.
Bilgewater is gonna collapse on Nazgul up here in the top lane. They don't have a lot of vision, so he's not gonna see it coming.
Nazgul has teleport, but he's gonna run into everybody. He might be able to kill everybody here, but he does get suppressed, so he will end up dying. Oh, barely missed out but Tay should clean this up easily with Lux.
Get the kill. It's a 1v5. He got a kill.
He got the kill onto the Alawi, but I'm surprised the rest of Noxus didn't try and rush the inhibitor at that point. I feel like I don't know if that was the call that they just didn't quite get. Jord also not going over to Drake right away, but it still got 5 seconds still up, so he had time to take the camp. But he needs to rush down. He needs to rush down for the Drake take. Actually, no. He's gonna go over the Baron. So Tristana can solo. Very, Tristana Lulu can take that while Jord sets up at Baron. And this is very important. This is a very important fight. This could really swing the game heavily if they can. Oh no, this move is about to get caught out.
Oh, he goes in. Okay.
Oh, he's supposed to flash away.
Flash away.
Oh, good flash away. There's the teleport in, but that's not quite a dead Ziggs. That is a Lulu ult burn. Oh, that's a bad move by the Rakan. Oh, Rakan's dead. Very likely. No, he's not. He's not dead. But Jord is... Marinizer still alive. Marinizer dies to Sirach. Yeah. It's kind of chaotic, but Nazgul's finally here on the Yorick. Gets ultimate. The ultimate... No, the Lulu is going to keep this. Lulu's going to keep this Yorick alive. Yorick gets the bonk down. Oh, man. Noxus winning the fight. So... Noxus wins this fight overall, but I don't know if they can necessarily take the Baron, but they should definitely remove them.
They should definitely
remove that from there. He can
because Malzahar is still up.
Yeah, Malzahar triggers the Baron, but Nazgul's just gonna say, forget this, we're starting it. Jord's up in 15 seconds though, so there is still a steal possibility. Ziggs has to keep them off. They pretty much just have to keep them off, but that's a root. Oh man, yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great overall.
Noxus needs to be able to be on the same page. There's been a couple engages where it's half the team is there, half the team isn't, and unfortunately Bilgewater is all on the same page, so they're able to slowly crawl their way back into this game. They are still down 7,000 gold, so it's not like Noxus is out of it. They're still pretty much ahead.
They just need to clear that. They just need to clear all.
Just clear getting kind of caught out in the beginning of fights for one way or another. Like the Malzahar ult on the Tristana kind of fell down the Doom, and then they need to wait for Nazgul to get there and clean up. But that's been happening every time. They either need to pick a fight where Marinator stays alive, is able to put out damage, or they need to pick a fight where Nazgul is there in the beginning and then they can just. Oh yeah,
sidesteps the Lux ult. So maybe, but. I don't know, they're really trying to get a pick over the wall here with this. Oh, okay. See, it's really nerve-wracking because they probably had a good feeling that Andrew hadn't left, that the Malzahar hadn't left yet. So just good to kind of play how they are. The Yorick is going to be here for this fight in full. But I don't know. I feel like Tay's Lux is just going to be the biggest reason why they can win this. Like, this Lux has to be here.
She's going to bot lane, but she has teleport.
Has teleport, can come into the fight. They probably should call the TP right now. They do call the TP.
That's gonna.
Oh, it gets stolen. Baron gets stolen, but they could still win the ensuing fight, and this could still be the game.
Do we got the Shurelias? I really hope that Noxus can just end.
Yeah, Shurelias was used. I think Shurelias was used right there. Yeah, they're gonna get onto Sammy. Nazgul gets the kill. Marinizer goes forward.
Oh, Marinizer going too far forward, I think.
Jord is gonna zone Sirach out, but as long as he doesn't die himself, that's fine. Pushing into minions into Baron powered minions is not the easiest thing, but I think they'll still be able to take this pretty easily with Marinizer.
Yeah, they have.
As long as he doesn't take a ton of damage, this Tristana just rushes down the inhibitor, but they're not gonna go for it. Nazgul taking too much damage. He built Collector with that next item, so let's see what his last item turns out to be. Starting with a Caulfield hammer, with a war hammer.
This is the Malzahar came in clutch there with the steal. Otherwise,
definitely. This game was over. This game was over if that wasn't stolen.
Gives them a bit more time to try to come back in the game.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we're gonna have Dragon spawning in roughly a minute. We see Rakan coming towards the boss side to maybe put some vision down, but we also have Ziggs and Nazgul showing up. Okay. I keep forgetting that Yorick is the champion name. I just see Yorick and I think Nazgul.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's really the only person that we see that plays. Oh, that could be a catch. That could be a catch onto the Rakan.
Oh, just auto him, Nazgul. Oh man, he wasn't able to get an auto off. He kept canceling it to walk away, but if he was able to get like two autos
now Jord has no ultimate now, and he's caught himself. This is looking really sketchy here, but I still think this Yorick can win the fight. The Rakan's gonna die here. Oh, but the Yorick dies here instead. Is this a complete turnaround? I don't know. But this is looking really bad for Noxus right now. Bilgewater, with no jungler, they get this Drake. It's just a matter of what does Noxus do with this time? Do they like they just seem a bit disheveled, just slightly enough disheveled.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was talking about earlier. They're not really on the same page. Some of them still
Yeah.
getting caught out. Bilgewater's moving as a unit at least to try to pick someone off, which is what their comp is.
Yeah,
they're able to catch
definitely.
out Nazgul, who, even though he's very strong right now, he is straight damage. So
yeah, there's no tanky. There is no tankiness to this dude. And there's no magic resist to him either. He went full damage. There's no like. I feel like even if he had built I feel like even if he had ended up building whatever it's called, Hex Drinker.
Oh,
whatever Hex Drinker builds. This is a pretty nice catch, but I don't know, it's kinda gonna turn around. The damage from this Alawi is kinda showing up, and George has to flash. Nazgul alive, full everything, gonna do a ton of damage to this Rakan. But I don't know, Bananas is gonna come in, he's gonna ult the Yorick here, potentially. Yorick caught out. I don't know. This is very nerve-wracking. Oh, that's a lot of damage! Everyone's dead from Bilgewater.
That should be game.
Calling all mid. Wow, in an instant, it goes from an iffy fight to a 1 game for Noxus.
Yeah, the thing is, Noxus was still so far ahead enough that they could fall behind a little bit and still have Nazgul just show up.
That ultimate from Ziggs cleared out so much health.
Yeah, also Malzahar didn't use the ultimate on Yorick there. I think he ended up using it on Mumu, which might made a difference. I don't know, but it looks like
maybe.
It's gonna take game 1.
Considering you ulted an opponent that built mostly magic resist, like he built like Jock Show, Force of Nature, Merc Treads. Really, he was only worried about dying to Lux and Mumu, Lux and Mal's damage. But Malzahar, had a decent enough impact, kept the game alive. But
unfortunately, the jungle Malzahar win rate falls from 33% to probably, I don't know, 28%. I don't know the math.
Something like that, yeah.
All right, so that's game 1. Let me see if I can get the stats here. Let me swap over to the client. Let's look at the damage real quick. Not surprising to anyone.
Nazgul did 40,000 damage, yeah.
Yeah, incredible. Great display.
And Ziggs did, only person who did more damage than Ziggs besides his own teammate was the Lux from Apotheosis.
Alright, now let me look at the most important stat, which is the vision score. Apparently Zach doesn't check the vision score, but it is pretty important. We have Cameron here, Rakan with 102.
Cam had some really good vision score, right? And then Jackie in second, obviously, as the supports.
Yeah, so typically, from what Blue Sombrero has told me, who is a Diamond support player, you want to have at least 3 vision score per minute, and especially in the later game. So Rakan doing a very good job keeping up. You know what?
Yeah.
Ultimately, you can have all the vision you want, but Yorick is just
shout out to that Tristana. That Tristana with a 58 vision score.
Oh, yeah. That's also great. Marnazer does play a lot of support. He probably understands the importance of having wars down.
So you need to move down so George can get in. That's all.
Oh, right. Oh, wait, you mean I'm not playing?
Yeah. Unfortunately, none of us. Neither. Fortunately for them, I'm not playing. All right.
So what do you think Bilgewater does different for game 2? Do you think they bring out the Jungle Malzahar again? Because I kind of want them to pull it out again. I'm not going to lie.
All right, let's see. Hopefully we'll get a link on the other site from these teams.
Oh no, Zach had it muted. That's unfortunate because I made that just for you. Alright, yeah. If I'm Bilgewater, do we put Sammy on a melee top again, or do we want her to go back to the Karma or Bard or whatever play style that she's done so far in the tournament?
I I don't know. I definitely don't want to see a Lowy again without a Yorick ban. But even then, he would still have the Mordekaiser. But I don't think Mort does that well into a Lowy. I don't know exactly. I feel like it would be better to see her play a range top, something that can do well.
All right, yeah, it looks like
Really, are both the websites down right now?
You know what? Maybe we saw Pro Draft, which is definitely messed up, even though it's somewhat functional.
Like, are we sure that the other site's down? I guess they might. It might be, yeah. All right, so we're just doing a draft in client again because both the websites are not working.
Oh,
A Yorick,
immediate Yorick ban.
an instant Yorick ban.
It also seems like Bilgewater elected to pick blue side.
Yep. So we swap sides here.
We got the immediate casting ban as well. That's been a standard for all teams against Bilgewater.
Yeah. I think in general it's just a really good ban. Now this is looking more like a focus of the bans towards Nazgul line. Well, they have 2 bans against Hey, don't want to see either of those.
Nope. However, they might, if Bananas decides to play a real jungler, he might pick Maokai or Udyr, and those are
they've now thrown 3 bans. They want to leave the junglers open. I wouldn't be so we have every jungler open. The Zac is open, so I mean you could take the Maokai, but then you're probably giving Clouds. You're probably giving Clouds a Zac pick here, or Jord a Zac pick.
Perhaps.
So we're probably trading Maokai for Zac, and then another high prio pick. This feels like they want to bait Nazgul into picking. Oh, they picked Diana. Okay.
Well, that could be a Diana mid. It could be a Diana jungle.
Yeah.
We did see a couple of role swaps from.
This is actually a Janna, Janna pick. There's no.
Yeah, there's no way it can be a.
There's no taking it back.
Yeah, I wonder if Noxus sticks with the new role that they had, where George jungle and Colossal Cloud mid, Marnizer 80 carry. We'll see if they stick with that or if they want to switch it up again.
Yeah, Clouds can play a decent chunk of mids. We're gonna see a Karthus pick. Okay, a Karthus bot for Sirach, very likely. With a Maokai here, so we'll see how this goes.
It could be a support Maokai Karthus jungle. Who knows?
It could be a Maokai support, yeah, with the Karthus. I wouldn't even look at that. Yeah, so we're gonna see Zyra picked. Okay.
It's no longer Maokai support.
So
I take it back.
This could yeah, it's Maokai jungle. I'm curious because Bilgewater is kind of locked. I'm not sure if they're locked into the one. They're locked in to play the upper bracket match next week. So this seems like a bit of a troll. Like everyone last time seemed to pick reasonable champions, and it was just like Malzahar jungle a little sketchy. But we know that Andrew can play the champ. Now he's the one playing he's the one who's picked the meta jungler. And Karthus is a little oddity of a pick.
Well, I mean, it could be Karthus bot with Zyra.
That's what I mean. It's probably Karthus bot with Zyra, which is, I mean, I guess it's playable. It's fine.
It's a lot of magic damage from Bilgewater's team. We'll see if there's a Galio or some other.
Also, we see Ezreal Janna picked for the bot lane with the Diana, so interesting. A little bit of a shakeup in conflict. We've generally seen a lot of teams playing for tank junglers, and I know Diana builds pretty tanky. So. Yeah, there's no Darius. There was
Oh,
no Darius pick.
well, there's no longer going to be a Darius pick, so.
Yeah. So we're seeing 4 mid bans and probably 5 top bans.
Well, they did a
Um,
lot of bans for Tay, but he did very well in the Lux last game.
oh yeah, I know the Lux is still available. They might pick like maybe there's a world where they pick it, but that's a lot of magic damage. There's already a lot of magic damage on one team, so maybe the other team's just gonna also pick a ton of magic damage. I don't know. Okay. So they did throw the Zac ban out
So do they think
against
Diana is mid?
in case that Diana is a mid Diana. But I would just guess that's going jungle. Like she's just seems like a better jungler than a mid laner in general. So a good coverage ban. And this is George's pick here. He could, if he was going, if this is a mid Diana, we could see a Amumu still.
Yep, it would
Like
go
last
well
game,
with
his
the
Amumu
ban.
was pretty good last game. And we're gonna see Ziggs.
Oh,
All
that's
right,
probably
so
Cloud Diggs again. So it's probably Diana's jungle and
Cloud's mid and looking at
Oh
a Bard,
no, not
a
the
Bard
Bard.
hover from
Don't do it.
Sammy.
Actually, do it. Do it.
Yeah, I'm curious what would be the response pick from Nazgul to a Bard. It's a pick you're not used to seeing. It could do something. Yeah, no karma ban either from Noxus. Yeah, I I wonder if this
She did
is
it.
just a bit of a lack of respect on if the karma was actually picked.
Well, the thing
This
is,
is a
the,
this is like all magic. This is a full MR team though, so I'm curious what we're gonna see. Like, man,
I
because
know that
all these roles are
Bilgewater's
played
top.
out, but Galio would love. I would love the Galio pick this game if I was Clouds, and it's gonna be a Victor.
That is
5 magic damage coming out from Bilgewater.
Spice Tour has been talking about wanting to play Bard top lane. Basically,
Yeah.
your play style is you just don't go top lane. You try to roam and make things happen elsewhere. But unfortunately, King Nazgul is not the best player to do that to because he will probably destroy your base.
Yeah.
by roaming.
Oh man. I mean, it's not quite the Trundle pick that Ben asked for. It's an Olaf top pick. Pulling out. We've got Olaf turning into or we've got the Adam pick for Nazgul, the Olaf top into the Bard. The other team did a little bit of shuffling around with their picks, but we have everybody picking for themselves on the other side. Yeah. So yeah, Olaf does indeed the same thing, and yep, just Tiamat first. Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Yeah, really, the thing is that the Maokai could just be a huge issue for for the other team. I mean, yeah, and Victor is a very strong pick for sure.
All right. I'm gonna set the prediction up for the second
Mhm.
game. We're gonna have a submission period of 5 minutes. Might be too long, but whatever.
Yeah.
All right, so looking at these teams, we got Bilgewater here with straight magic damage, unless Bard goes like AD
On
Bard.
hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First item, let's go fucking Force of Nature, Spirit Visage. Do no damage, that's all we want. Yeah, this goes to game 3. We could have a halftime show.
Maybe, yeah. I think I know like what's so interesting last game is Clouds didn't die a lot. He got a lot of assists, but it just I don't know. I didn't quite feel the impact of the Ziggs, and it really was only. It felt really there. He really felt like huge in that last fight because Ultimate just did so much damage, and he took towers along the way for sure.
Yeah, the towers definitely came through in Noxus' advantage. They had a lot of gold because they had basically
Yeah.
almost every tower taken. So,
Yeah.
fantasy points wise, they went crazy.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean they had the tower taking comp to Trist, the Yorick, and Ziggs, and in this game they still have that. They still have Ziggs and Ezreal. They can both take towers pretty well.
Yeah, they didn't offer the Tristana this time. I think Marnader
Yeah.
would sometimes be in. He would W in spots he shouldn't have been. Maybe that's why he shied away
Yeah.
from it.
Hmm.
But we'll see. Because Ezreal has the Arcane Shift as well.
Yeah.
Might be a bit safer.
Agreed. Yeah. It's kind of the same thing. Like Ezreal and Tristana kind of both have that same like ability to decide which way they want to use their jumps or their shift. Um, so I'm curious. So that's going to be a big point from this spot lane.
Yes.
Going up against Karthus, Zyra, you can still eat a ton of damage.
Oh yeah, you get caught by one binding, and then
One
Karthus
but
is on top of you. But Karthus is
yep,
also very squishy, so
yeah.
just
We'll
a
see how.
matter of if they're able to get that poke down on Karthus.
Yeah, we'll see. We could see some Sirach Karthus int moments to try and get extra damage out during this as well.
Yep. You can get a first strike Karthus ultimate on cooldown, get all that free money.
Yeah.
That's the ARAM strat, or at least it used to be.
Definitely. So, yeah, I'm wondering how they're gonna build, how some of these people are gonna build from Noxus's side, because you do have to respect that they're a lot of AP, which means that you can very easily kind of you can build for it. Like Ezreal, it's probably not great, but technically Ezreal could build a Hex Drinker. Like Olaf will definitely go Maw this game, like stuff like that.
Yep. Right
But
now I am going to update the standing.
mm-hmm. All right.
All right, this should be updated. We are now live and in game. Oh, I can't. I was actually gonna type to them for a second. I cannot type in them. I'm just a spectator.
Mm-hmm.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Alright, another standard 5 point.
Yeah, both
I
teams
didn't. I wasn't
not
paying
doing a
attention
lot.
to Maokai, but I assume he put his sapling down and went back for a sweeper.
Yes, he put his ward down in the same spot he did in game one. In that little choke point towards Red Side Raptors. Yeah. It looks like he's starting Q this game because he didn't start stacking any minions or any saplings in the brush. All right, so really good leash coming in for the Maokai. All right, Jord also getting a pretty good leash there.
All right, and we're off.
Yeah.
I wonder if Sammy's gonna get another first blood.
This Olaf could definitely is definitely not someone you want to fight, because as soon as he gets two, the more damaged he is, the better off the more damage he can do as Olaf. Well, but Bard does notably have Ignite, so Sammy does want to try and kill in the lane.
I think
Just might not have
for when you roam to other lanes.
Yeah, I guess so.
We'll find out.
Yeah. Is leaving a ton of autos in, the Halo Blades coming in. Halo Blades damage coming in. Mid lane is just going to be a push fest either way. They're just going to push each other. There's one person's going to push lane in, and the other person will push lane in, and maybe Victor will roam at 6.
Hey, right now, I haven't seen mid lane, but it looks like Victor has a 5 CS lead so
He
far.
does. Doesn't have the push lead, though. Just has slightly better CS. They're just kind of trading It's kind of trading, taking minions.
Yeah, it looks like Maokai is going to be finishing with the top side of the jungle soon. Maybe roam up for a gank. We'll see if Olaf can catch it out with the
but we also see the Diana already done. So Diana is gonna be already there at the scuttle. So maybe and he's actually is he gonna try and invade? Does he know does he know the clear timing? No. Okay. But the Olaf has the first move towards the scuttle. So Andrew will have to do without that scuttle. And if Jordan is smart, he'll go and grab the other one. He'll go double scuttle here. Oh, Mara and I are taking a decent chunk of damage, but nothing too substantial from some trades in bot lane.
Oh, we do have a lane game coming here from the Maokai.
Yeah, I think Olaf knows about it though, so he's just gonna play safe. So not great.
He just pinged it.
Yep. Which means that Jordan will get an easy double scuttle play, and if he can, and maybe now he doesn't have time, but he could have. If I don't know if he stayed any longer, he would have been able to do some counter jungling potentially. But we're just gonna see George just go back and do another clear. Doesn't offer the back, he'll offer it when he has a little bit more gold. But
alright, it looks like Bard has back. We're gonna see the first roam from the Bard. Bard is level 4.
Yeah, so Olaf is just gonna kind of be left on his own, and Sammy's just gonna play roaming Bard.
Yeah, I wonder if Olaf is gonna recognize this and just start giga pushing.
He once he sees the Bard, he'll know what's gonna happen, and I'm sure he'll be willing to push in the lane and really start applying that pressure. They should know now that the Bard is there because of the ward being swept out.
Well, Maokai could have swept that out, and not necessarily that Bard is there. I don't know if they got vision of the Bard before he swept it.
Oh, true, maybe, yeah.
But it looks like they're gonna go for a 4-man dive bottom.
Yeah, this is trying to dive at Janna's not great. Oh, the teleport in from the Ziggs. Gonna save this, actually, for sure.
Alright, nice. Now we have Olaf on the top tower.
Top lane by himself. Diana can even come over, maybe, but Diana's just gonna do her own thing. Sirach taking some damage. Ignite dropped from the Janna. But with the Ziggs gone, they're still here, but they're just gonna get forced off their tower.
Oh,
Jackie got healed. They're gonna get the first blood here. Maybe not. The Janna's burning, doesn't die.
Well,
but she needs to stay out of there. Oh, she needed to kind of just stay under the tower. Probably died eventually anyways. Trying to really deny bot lane. But I think at this point Diana's just gonna munch up the jungle and set this Maokai behind. Oh, Sammy's back got stopped by the Ezreal. So that's quite good. Denies the back timer. Everybody backing here. There's not going to be a chance of a Drake take, but Clouds is playing on the other side of the lane safe, maybe not super safely, but should be able to get out here with his flash. Yeah.
He does have Sasha Bomb as well.
Force the flash, but I don't know. They're going to keep chasing it. That's just... And now Olaf is actually here. I think he wants to fight from a place of power with that Tiamat. He's so much stronger than everybody else. Jordan is actually on the flank.
Oh, he screwed act a little too short.
Oh, but Jordan get in there. Oh, everybody gets away. Okay. Ghost used there, but Karthus is in bot lane free farming. So, a lot of farm going into Sirach's pocket. Jordan level 6 now. Not gonna take the bait. But could just try and deny the back. Yep, just deny the back. Yep. Make it more difficult for the Bard to get back and get items.
The ultimate from
the Bard has the support item. Bought the support item on second back or on back.
She has no plans being in top lane anymore. That's
no.
What I think. She'll probably show up every now and then for XP, but ultimately she's gonna try to make plays happen on the other side of the map like she did with bot lane.
Yeah. It could work out really well, but I don't know if you really want an Olaf that's going to be so far ahead. I don't know if you really want that. Especially in the hands of somebody like as good as Nazgul is at playing with leads. But I guess the main thing is if Sammy can get everybody else ahead,
Yeah, and so
then
far,
her deficit won't matter as much.
There's also, I don't know if they fixed it. I know they did some changes to it a while ago, but the bounty system, where technically because you have two people not farming in your team, the game thinks you're behind. I forgot how they fixed it or changed it, but I'm not sure if that's still a factor.
Yeah, I don't know. That is a bit of a cheese strat for that to be a thing. Doesn't come up that often.
Yeah, so it looks like the bot and mid side are behind on
Yeah, so
CS.
actually Maokai is just farming in top side to keep this Olaf from doing anything. But there should be Olaf should be able to get that plate. It's they're gonna take one more wave.
We see bars,
But meanwhile, Jackie with a good tornado to hit Karthus. I believe Diana's taking Dragon as we speak, because it's out of the drag pit. It's unknown to Bilgewater that this is happening. So that'll just be a free Drake. Which is interesting considering that there's a pink ward right there. So maybe it was actually spotted.
For the record, Bard is level 5, Olaf is level 8.
Yes. And in mid lane, the Victor does have a substantial farm lead on the Ziggs. Like it's almost 20 CS right now.
Yep, and in the top lane we have a 60.
We're gonna see a Diana ultimate. That's gonna be a death to the Zyra going to the Diana. That's a good kill going to the side of Noxus, and Jordan's gonna build that Jock show into Nashers on Diana very likely. He'll be a pretty strong here. The Maokai just kind of farming up, but is still down a couple of camps, and now Jord has a kill, which actually went from a gold deficit to a gold lead because of it.
Does Diana still go with Demonic and Grace?
I don't think so. Maybe after Nashers. But I think it's Diana. I think you need that Nashers second. So you definitely want to buy that. Ziggs use teleport to get back to mid lane. But they are going to take the other objective. They are going to take the Rift Herald on the side of Bilgewater. See what they can do with it. They might try to pile in top lane. They might try to get an advantage in mid. And really this Olaf could be caught out in a bad position here. He took a step forward, but he will be able to walk out, as the Maokai didn't walk up towards top lane right away.
Yeah, it's interesting to note that even though there's no real dedicated top laner, Olaf hasn't been able to take that many plays. Oh, we have Jordan getting the bot lane. This should be a free kill.
Jordan's gonna get out there though. He didn't trade back to Janna ultimate. That will not be enough damage from the Karthus ultimate. Karthus pressed R after dying, but it did not do a ton of damage at all.
Yeah, but now everybody able to survive. From the mid lane coming down to Zyra. They spotted it out. They're gonna be able to leave in time.
Yes.
Maybe they didn't spot it out. They just probably were aware.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't actually spot it, but they just knew that they were up too far. So, really good.
They didn't
really good awareness.
The second tower plate, which is a sin, honestly. You don't want to ever go for that second tower plate.
Yeah, unless you know for a fact that everyone else is showing, and bot laners are both dead. You definitely do not want to greed that plate. But meanwhile, I mean, this Olaf is just going to be taking everything, and I'm not super sure that this bar pick is working out perfectly right now. But there's obviously still a lot of time. His bar could be really impactful later in the game. Marinizer is chunking at tower plates. He will take that second plate. on his own, as he can see most of the other team. But now, as Ezreal, he does have to get out of there. But he has the Arcane Shift, so he'll be okay. He has Arcane Shift plus Flash if he needs it.
Well, the Bard is here. He's
Yep.
not going to be able to escape.
No, he won't. He did quite a lot of damage before dying, though, so he got a little fight in there.
Yep,
All right.
Noxus is still ahead. It is notable to note
Yeah.
the difference is mainly in the top lane. Olaf with 5,300
Yeah,
gold.
but Olaf is about to and Olaf is probably about to finish the tower here. So yeah, we're gonna see Olaf take tower here against the Victor's not gonna be able to do a whole lot. So first tower taken for
Yep.
Noxus, as kind of expected. It comes from the top lane. Nice.
Basically, 13-minute, 50-second tower.
Yep, right before plates fell off. Right when you want to get it taken, so you get all 5 plate damage. I think the only
coming up. We have
Dragon coming up in 30 seconds.
They're
So
looking for a pick in the bot lane. It seems like maybe.
yeah, they are. They're trying to look for a pick. The Maokai's taking it back with 30 seconds left until Drake. I guess he expects to be able to get back in time. There's no Hextech gates to really help it out. So they're just kind of hoping that... I mean, at this point, it just seems like they're going to hope that Noxus isn't going to go for it. The Olaf backing as well. Olaf can come down here, can come down for this fight if he wishes. Or he can just keep going top lane and try to apply pressure.
Well, if you look at the ward coverage from blue side, they have Dragon pretty much spotted out for the most part. So maybe they felt confident that they would have the time to back.
Yeah, and they did. Maokai getting there. He built Dead Man's Plate first item. I'm not so sure about that. Oh, Ziggs with a great flash. But Ziggs probably still won't survive this. Oh, George!
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh, that Diana ult was huge. And he's going, keep going. That is 3 dead on the side of Bilgewater.
Yeah, that was a great Jord engage.
That was, yeah.
Clouds was in trouble, and they all bunched up right in time for the Diana ultimate. Also,
Definitely.
I think first item Dead Man's Plate is a classic Maokai strat. I'm not sure how different it is now with the rise of Demonic Embrace.
It's like,
but
it's definitely something you can do. I just think with Radiant Virtue and Demonic Embrace being how strong they are, you just kind of want to go those items.
Well, it might also be because Andrew, or I hate Bananas, realized like the team is straight all AP. We don't need more AP. Maybe we just need someone that can tank more.
Yeah, but even if he just goes Radiant Virtue, I mean, I guess he could just do this into Virtue, right? Like, that's absolutely fine. He doesn't have to build the AP. Demonic Embrace is on some people is more of a win more item, but
walk around.
I mean,
you can just go through it, I guess.
Yeah, he's just gonna leave it alone. He's gonna get a little bit of damage down on the Karthus.
Emphasis on little.
Little damage, yeah. Diana's not insanely strong right now. But you know who is strong is this Tiamat, is this Ravenous Hydra wielding Olaf.
Yeah, the richest man in the game right now, just like last game.
Yeah, he's so far ahead of everybody in gold. This comes from the tower taking, and he does have 2 kills. So he did work in that last fight. No solo kills in lane like last game, but doing it in the team fights instead. Being able to run down everyone on Bilgewater with the help of Diana. Okay, so we're gonna see him go for the kill on Apotheosis. Apotheosis has to flash it. Lots of damage coming down, about half health on the Victor. And we've got Nazgul on the side on the Olaf. Andrew farming that top side jungle. Putting a bunch of saplings there. They don't do a ton of damage, so Olaf is free to just kind of walk and eat them if he knows they're there.
Yeah, we do have Ziggs with a Dark Seal. I just noticed that. 3 stacks.
Yeah, and the Ziggs does have 3 stacks on that Dark Seal, so maybe if there's a little bit more, he can go for that Medjai's. He's ahead, so he's currently side laning against the Karthus. But Sirac has a lot of farm this game. It's just, can he convert it? He has the rod. He's going for the Rod of Ages plus Seraphs.
Yeah, this could be a very scary Karthus.
Yeah, I think this Karthus can get pretty scary for sure. And it looks like Olaf might be going Olaf is going for either like a Radiant Virtue or a Jock Show for his item, with having the Aegis in his inventory. So definitely gonna be interesting.
Ooh, a WQ combo from
A
X.
WQ combo. I mean, Janna going in on Janna doesn't seem worth it. Janna's like got enough shielding. Oh, a really good hit that onto the Zyra, but no Olaf. They're just buying time. They're just buying time. Buying time for the Olaf to push.
The rotating top side, they see the Olaf. Bard ultimate stop.
Bard ultimate stops the Rift Charge for a little bit though, and it's gonna still come in.
Oh, that was.
Oh, this Bard's not gonna quite die because the Maokai would save the Bard. Looks like we're trying to dive the Victor under tower. I'm not sure I like it, but it's gonna work out. Modernizer shifts in on them, gets the kill. George survives. Everybody lives.
That was very scary.
Janna with some really good shielding there.
That could have been a
George
triple
alive.
kill for Victor if it won another
It definitely could have been. They burned 2 flashes and 2 ultimates in that fight. The Diana ultimate is on a very low cooldown. Janna ultimate definitely on a longer. Also, actually looks to be on a pretty short cooldown at this point. Shirelia's built, but Modernizer 3-1, really getting quite ahead on this, getting some good early gold on this Ezreal, which he should definitely be able to take into the late game.
Yeah, however, he is still behind in farm. Karthik's doing a good job just staying bot lane. No one.
Yeah.
He's been ganked a few times, but he's been able to escape every time. So.
Yeah, but the kill gold has him dead even with this Karthus, which is really nice for him.
Yep.
And he's been more laning against the Victor for the last couple of minutes. But yeah.
He has Zyra in the top lane just now, farming or clearing the wave essentially.
Yeah, just grabbing the wave. Zyra's gonna be going for the usual Leandries. Gonna be looking for some burn damage.
All right, Dragon is up in 6 seconds. Both teams are here and ready to fight over it.
Everybody's here. That's a great Janna tornado. Janna tornado just makes it so miserable for teams that want to walk at team. For a team that wants to walk at you, it's just miserable to play against a Janna. Jordan got a good ultimate. Only hit Apotheosis. He dies right away. Victor's out of the fight. That is huge.
Yep, Victor didn't get
CCM
the ultimate off.
Ragnarok used by Nazgul. The Olaf gonna be running fools down at this point. Gonna opt to not continue to chase onto the Bard. The Zyra opting to not chase down as well. Gonna go for the tower potentially.
They're trying to scare the Maokai off from a potential seal. Jordan doing a great job with the Diana engages. They
definitely,
the Victor out immediately. They took out the Karthik right after. I was worried a Bard ultimate might have put a stop to their engage, but I don't think I saw it come out, so they were able to get the Diggs ult and the Diana ult off, and the Ezreal ult.
Yeah. Jordan is really playing with his food.
Man.
He's
my
god, he went. Oh, Sammy's just dead. That was that Ziggs W to stop Zammy to really being able to do much. Really helped a lot for that kill to come through. And that kill, I don't even know. I don't even see who got the kill. I think it was Ziggs.
I'm not sure, but there is a 136 CS difference in the top lane. But top tower, inner tower almost taken as well. Probably win, but gust of wind when they take that out. Not sure if Sammy was able to put enough pressure on the rest of the map to make this worth it, but we'll see how it goes. Apotheos is doing his best to stop the Olaf, but CC comes out.
Like I kind of like, you know, this Bilgewater is definitely taking this game a bit less seriously than they would normally take it, because they're already locked in. Both teams are locked in their position. I love to see Noxus I'm seeing real improvement out of Noxus in this series though. So this is something that they could take and build to play against Targon next week. For sure. We will not have an 0-3. Right now it's looking like we won't have a team that's 0-3 out of Hextech.
Yeah, I mean, overall it's pretty even. People were saying Bilgewater is the top team, but I don't know. After tonight, who knows?
Yeah. I wouldn't suspect to see a Bard top against Vandal City next week. For sure. Or Karthus from Sirach. I mean, maybe we could see the Karthus from Sirach. I mean, he's farming pretty well.
Great.
Ziggs with a nice... Ziggs with a nice W there to keep him out of there.
We have Noxus here trying to clean up, but they aren't able to stop the Maokai.
He's kind of doing some zoning, and George just... Yeah, you said it. Diana built the Demonic Embrace second. This Karthus is just gonna die. Karthus is gonna die. But
what the fuck?
But I mean, he has Roa, man. Roa is huge. Roa greater than Jock Show in Demonic Embrace. Okay, Apotheosis threw down his ultimate, but I mean, I think that Nazgul is just not taking damage. He has the Hextech already.
Nazgul Blackstone's right back into the rest of the team. Oh wait, he wants to be in the team.
He's an absolute... He's just an absolute Chad this game is on Olaf. So... Oh, that Jonna Tornado!
Yeah, it looks like the chat is pretty upset at Bilgewater right now. Their draft's not working out for them.
Missed the Super Bowl for this amount, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We'll
I don't know.
In the post-game chat.
I think me personally, I just want to skip the Super Bowl. And I'm a football fan, but that's just because of my personal fandoms.
Who's your team?
I root for the Giants, and I don't like the Eagles. And I don't know. I could have rooted. It's all good, but enough about football. Andrew entered game 2 so he can watch quarter 4 of the Super Bowl. True, you know. Yeah, definitely, Ben. I mean, like I said, there's not that much stakes on the line here for these teams. I mean, I don't think that Noxus can get side selection with winning this. I don't because they lost the head-to-head to Targon. So
yeah, but if you're in this game, you want to win no matter what, right? Like
sure. Like me personally, I want to win. Like, you know, like.
Yeah. So I mean, I will say, people in the chat are saying no Karma banned. They probably wanted Bard action. Yeah, I agree. Sammy has been wanting to play Bard the whole season. If you remember the first week, they actually banned Bard, so she couldn't pick it. And we're seeing why they might have banned Bard that first week. I don't know. Hasn't worked out so far.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we have teleport coming in from clouds.
Yep. It is still early.
Ezreal ultimate got a good chunk of damage onto the Zyra, but everyone's oh my gosh, George is gonna get a big ult there. Oh, big Ziggs ult. Cam is gonna die.
Goes down. I hate bananas.
Looks like Maokai's going down. George is just going in, forces the exhaust from the Karthus. Karthus ult comes in. He's still alive. Apotheosis looks like he's going down next. This Diana is a menace along with this Olaf. And this Ezreal 5-1 and 5 Modernizer having his best game of Booze Bash 8 here.
I just said the game might be too early to tell who's winning, but wow, after that last fight, I don't know, I might have been wrong.
Yeah, I mean, Diana's gonna go for, and just to protect against the, to protect against the magic damage, Diana's gonna go, has a Verdant Veil right now. Oh, we're gonna get the steal? No. Oh, he did!
God.
Jord didn't have Smite. That's what happened. Jord didn't have Smite. But, and Andrew did. Oh yeah. Just a little Smite diff. Oh, the Ezreal ult went the wrong way, but I still think they should be able to get there. Jackie not able to get a slowdown. Jord did get slowed by the Maokai. Diana ultimate used. I don't know, the fight's still not over, but I just don't see where the damage is coming from.
Just back out at this point.
Yeah, I don't see where the damage is coming for any team right now. Like, with Ezreal playing so far back because he's a quarter health, or a third HP, maybe if he heals up a little bit, he'd be way more of a threat.
Place to be if you're Noxus. They
definitely really good of George. He just doesn't have anything right now. But he's still going in.
Oh my god, the WQ from Ezreal just takes out Zyra altogether.
Yeah, WQ from Ezreal is so huge. Oh my gosh. Alright. That's a huge... Yeah, this Ezreal is absolutely massive. Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Jordan Clouds teaming up with just to keep him there while the Cloud's ultimate came in. Apotheosis chasing down, wants to kill the Janna, but Janna's unkillable, man.
Oh, man.
Janna's shields. Janna's gonna slow you, tornado you. You are not going to survive.
Well, he is buying
giving
time.
them. He's got the Lich Bane, so he's got the chase. Diana E would have ended it though.
You know, I thought that was a bad position for Noxus to be in, but they're just that ahead right now.
Yeah, Marinizer putting on a show on the Ezreal right now, getting some good damage out there. 7-1 and 5. Not the farm numbers you want to see, but there's been a lot of fighting going on. He's probably just more been. He's been holding mid lane. He held mid lane a long time into the Victor. The Cloud's going bot lane. Clouds was able to regain. Was able to gain a lot of farm by being bot lane. So, looking towards Baron here, it looks like for Noxus.
Yep, they also have Soul Point now. Next dragon will be Soul for Noxus.
Yeah, and this Olaf is still big because Olaf has full Maw Malmortius. Still not immune to taking damage, but there's a teleport in from the Victor into the fight. I hate Bananas taking a Janna Tornado. I'm waiting to see what this Diana does, because Jordan's been so good this entire time. Oh, that's a lot of damage coming in from the Ezreal ultimate. Ultimate used from there. George is going to take the root. And that's a full Diana ultimate, plus the Ziggs ult layered onto it. Oh my gosh. They are wiping. The health bars of Bilgewater have been wiped. Jord will survive because of the Janna ultimate. Bard looking to do some damage, but not going to do anything. Walks into the arms of a Ziggs and dies. And this just looks like an end angle, ending down mid lane from Noxus. Ezreal's just already on his way. So really good stuff.
All chat GG from Maokai here.
Yep.
We'll see if that means they're surrendering or if they expect them to end the game right now.
They're gonna end the game here, I suspect. Even with the people spawning in, the Ezreal damage to towers with the Ziggs should just be enough. Sirach going into there, getting that, go for that 1-5. No, it does have the Requiem, does opt to use it at the end, does not matter.
There it is. That's
GG's.
the end of the game.
GG's. Noxus takes a 2-0 with Jord. Jord played that Diana so well.
Noxus clean 2-0.
Yeah.
Bilgewater is shown to be cappers. Alright. That was some great gameplay from Noxus there. Definitely cleaned up their problem from game 1 and showed off in game 2. They were mostly on the same page and able to execute their game plan.
Sure, so we'll just have to see if the captains want to come in for a little bit of an interview.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do not have the stats for this second custom game, so I can't show you the vision score.
I can tell you it, though.
Ooh, what's that? What is it?
Vision. Okay, let's move this. Vision score. 66 from Zyra. 55 from Janna. So Cam, highest vision score again. With
you know what? Maybe vision score doesn't matter. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If Cameron won it, maybe it's not that big of a deal.
He did it again. But the vision score overall, I mean, they had a lot. Like there was a lot of good vision coming out from Bilgewater. They just couldn't do anything against the damage. All right. Hello, Mr. Nazgul.
Hello.
Hey,
so congrats on the 2-0 win.
Well, thank you.
Saw a lot of improvements coming out from the team this week. It's really great to see.
Yeah, we've been working on a lot of stuff.
What made you guys want to do the role swap between mid and jungle and AD carry support?
So they were flexible either way.
Yeah.
They didn't support and ADC will swap roles in between each other, and mid and jungle can swap roles in between each other. You know, we just tried rotating players until we found something that was working.
Yeah, It looked pretty good. You had some mishaps happen in the game one. I think it looks like you guys weren't on the same page, but game two, you guys definitely handled that a lot better.
Oh yeah. The first game, I was so far ahead, and no matter what I think, I can't end a game by myself on Yorick like that. So it was just hard to end. They were really good at defending that game.
Yeah.
It should have been over a lot sooner than that, but
You had some crazy moments where you just walk up to someone, auto them twice, and they just got deleted.
lethality Yorick, my babies. You just hit an E and you stare.
A lawful dog calling for a letter for Riot to get for York to get deleted.
No.
No.
Maybe you should have.
Only Yorick players know how to play Yorick.
True. Also, welcome to Andrew as well.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Andrew.
All my
Andrew.
team's fault, never the jungler's fault.
No,
Yeah, you're the
absolutely
only
not
real
the Malzahar
human.
jungle fault. The 33% win rate Malzahar jungle.
That's not me. My win rate's like 63.
Oh,
All right.
see,
Yeah,
that's
30,
what
it's 30. He was looking 33 in the last like some odd amount
I
of
was
time.
looking at your match history on op.gg, and according to that, your win rate is. Oh wait, it went up 46%. I don't know how.
That is incorrect. You're looking at the last 10 games.
Oh no,
10
okay,
games.
okay. So hold on, let me.
Yeah, that was just the last thing. Yeah, I knew he had like a high win percentage.
No. Here's the thing: the last 20 games was 38%. Now it's showing me the last 40 games is 46%. How far do I need to go back to see a positive win rate?
I don't know, bro. I started off 8-2. I won't tell you.
All right, it's no big deal. I appreciated that you.
Yeah,
pulled it out.
Malzahar. Yeah, Malzahar was the problem game one.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But just wanted to give a little shit, I suppose.
Yeah, that was not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean the Malzahar definitely has some really great moments, really good moments in that game. Overall, it was just like Nazgul was saying, the York just got so far ahead, and then it just took him getting the team to kind of help him end.
Yeah, we were making a comeback, then we decided just to walk into him in mid lane and all die.
Yeah.
You know, he was so big. We wanted him to get bigger. You know, we wanted to talk to his babies.
You walk
But they
in
didn't
one
want to
by
talk.
one.
They didn't want to talk to us. They didn't want to
Yeah.
talk. He just killed us. So there's that.
But yeah, also, what was happening in your game 2 draft? It seems like you guys were straight up all magic damage.
They were.
Was that?
You want the honest opinion?
They were just kind of messing around, I bet.
So this is what happened.
Oh.
This is what happened. I picked Maokai because Maokai OP.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maokai.
Tay was like, I want to play Karthus bottom, so I'm gonna play Karthus bottom. I was like, okay, all right, cool. And then they banned all of Tay's 80 mids out, so Tay only had 80
yeah.
and Sammy just wanted to play Bard. So
He could have. They could have built Bard AD, right?
we could have done a lot of things, Evan. Done a lot of things.
I'm just okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I know Sammy has been wanting to play Bard basically the entire time. So
Yeah.
seeing it happen.
Oddly enough, that was supposed to be a Rise game, big Rise game.
Oh, for
Giving away our
for
strats.
Sammy?
Yeah,
Mm.
more AP. But she was feeling the Bard, so.
We wanted everybody to build Force of Nature.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, first item, Force of Nature. Second item, Spirit Visage. Get it over with.
Should have built an Infinity Edge. It's my bad.
Oh, actually, so you built, well, I forgot the name of the item. Azealia, help me out.
Edmonds.
Yes. I
Yep.
know that was a common first item buy on Maokai before, but it seems lately a lot more people have been going just straight up Demonic and Brave.
Demonic?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of good that would have done.
Well, no, I was saying you probably did that because you guys already had enough magic.
5
damage.
other magic damage sources? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I thought.
I was trying to make stuff happen, but the only champions on our team who could do anything were me and Bard. Nobody else could even really follow up aside from Karth Assault.
Yeah.
You had a good attempt bot lane in your dive. That was pretty clean.
Was it?
Wait, let me think about it.
Alright, next week.
I think it was clean at first, and then it kind of just lasted a while. But yeah,
Mhm.
how do you guys feel about your playoff chances next week?
Go ahead, Evan. You can take that one.
I'm very excited for that. I think it's going to look pretty good. We've already improved a lot, and we're only going to get come together as a team even more. So
Yeah, I remember your team against Targon last time. It was a pretty close 3-game series, right? So this time you were hoping to swing it the other way.
hmm
Yep. Do we have MVP vote for this yet, or is it going to be made soon?
Oh, I can set it up right
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
All right, Andrew, talk to me about your chances next week.
We're gonna 2 everybody. Actually, no. We're gonna win for game 1, lose game 2, then win game 3.
Ah, the classic.
Ah, the classic. Yeah.
Yes. Something about game 2, so I just struggling, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Yep.
All right, I think those are all the questions I had. I don't know if you had any other one.
No, I don't have any other questions.
All right, I'm gonna set up the form and then I will send this out once I'm done. In the meantime, good games, guys. Maybe you can still catch the end of the Super Bowl if you care about it. We didn't get
The
to have
what?
a half. The what? The Boost Bash Super Bowl, of course. But yeah, I will make the MVP vote and good luck in your games next week.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you.